All right, we back with another one. And when I finish reading this story, you're going to ask the same question I asked. What in the wide world of ratchetness is going on with this? Get your popcorn ready. Lack of respect for the judicial office. Oklahoma judge accused of drive-by shooting. Sexual escapades with court staff and corruption. Now faces removal from bench. Posted by Ashika and Harris. Published July 8, 2024, Atlanta Black Star. In a role reversal prompted by astounding accusations, an Oklahoma judge is waiting to learn his fate as he faces removal from the bench. Judge Brian Lowell, 58, was suspended from his post in the Garfield County Associate District after being accused of a gross pattern of misconduct, including corruption, having sex with court staff, and being involved in two separate shootings in Texas and Oklahoma. And this guy's still on the bench? During a road rage incident in Texas in September 2023, Lowell allegedly shot six parked cars at an intersection and tried to force a woman's car into oncoming traffic. In February 2023, Lowell allegedly did a drive-by shooting at his brother-in-law's house. My goodness. He has been indicted for both shootings, and court proceedings are ongoing in the case. A series of events preceding the shootings led Oklahoma Supreme Court Chief Justice M. John Kane IV to file a petition to have Lowell removed from office. The court made it clear Lowell's alleged criminal activities have nothing to do with Kane's removal request, according to Law and Crime. The removal petition cites Lowell as having a history of ethics violations ranging from sexting and having sex with two different bailiffs while on the clock to having inappropriate contact with an attorney in cases he was presiding over, showing favoritism, and sealing a court file with no justification. The pattern of misconduct demonstrates respondents' gross negligence of duty, gross partiality, corruption in office, commission of offenses involving moral turpitude while in office, and oppression in office, all in violation of Article 7-A, Section 1B of the Oklahoma's Constitution. The complaint states, Justice Kane's complaint also says Lowell has demonstrated a lack of respect for the judicial office with which he is entrusted, and an ongoing pattern of misconduct and dishonesty, all of which show his lack of temperament to serve as a judge. Lowell is also accused of exchanging text messages with attorney David Henneke to discuss court cases in several instances, something which is a violation of legal ethics, as no discussions about cases should take place without representation from both sides present. According to a report by Enid News and Eagle, Lowell has until July 8th at noon to file and answer the motions against him. He has already gone on record denying the allegations of having sex in the workplace, according to the removal petition. There was no sexual conduct outside of text messages at the courthouse or at any other place, including but not limited to the parking lot or common areas, Lowell allegedly wrote. His attorney, Stephen Jones, accused the Oklahoma Council on Judicial Complaints of blindsiding his client. Judge Lowell has been ambushed by the Oklahoma Council on Judicial Complaints by a series of allegations in the petition, referring the matter to the court on the judiciary that Judge Lowell was never notified of, and for which a response from him was never sought, even though he had a lawyer and was prepared to defend against the allegations, which he repeatedly sought notice of what they were and repeatedly were denied that notice, a statement from Jones said. According to a report by non-doc, pre-trial motions are scheduled for July 30th, and the trial begins on August 27th in the Oklahoma Supreme Court chambers. All right, Judge Lowell has an hour and 18 minutes to file. The clock is ticking. What in the trailer park hell is going on here? This judge out here straight wilding. He banging broads in his chamber, probably everywhere in the courthouse. I do not believe for 1 second that he did not have sexual relations in the courthouse. I mean, come on, man. Who's gonna believe that? The things this judge is doing out here, he's sleeping with attorneys and showing favoritism in cases, sealing files, busting at his stepbrother house, doing drive-bys, shooting parked cars. Man, you cannot make this stuff up. He's just threw the law out the window, and he's a judge, and apparently he doesn't have to follow any laws like the rest of us. That's why I say this system is no reform in the system just because of the people that's in it. Now, let's see what happens in these other cases he's involved in. And one thing you have to be mindful of is when you have a judge that's out here doing things like this, what usually happens, they look at his record and everybody that came in front of him, and those cases will be relooked at just for the simple fact this man is just has no morals. So every case that he's tried will probably get a second look. And it should, because this man right here, hey, he's a piece of work. You've read some of the things he's accused of. I guess everybody's entitled to their day in court, but come on. I would like to ask the question, like, why is this guy still on the bench? You would think they would have some kind of emergency removal to get this man off the bench. I guess that's the process they have to go through, but I don't know. I've seen other cases where people just are removed immediately based on the acts they committed. One comes to mind is a judge. Damn, I can't recall where it took place, but the judge had hired her brother for something, and they ended up removing her from the bench, and it didn't take that long. Damn, if I could think of that woman's name, I'll put it in the description later, but I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, she just simply hired her brother for his position, and people took offense to that, and they had her removed. And I recall, I'm not sure if I think she did serve jail time, and I remember the case because when they gave her sentence, she refused to move from the courtroom, and I remember them dragging her out of the courtroom. If anybody can think of that woman's name and where it took place, please put it in the comments. I will definitely try to keep up with this story and bring a follow-up when it's all said and done. It'll be interesting to see if he faces any jail time behind some of these offenses, because you or me, we would definitely receive jail time. We can't go around just shooting guns willy-nilly and not expect consequences behind it. You guys always hear me say that these judges and police should all be held to a higher standard from the rest of us. All right, let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you on the next one.